So I've been researching like different countries to move to and everything, and one thing that I've learned is if you look up almost any country in the world, pretty much, because then I just started looking up like random countries. Every country in the world is struggling. It's so crazy. So I looked up like what's it like living in Sweden. Oh, Sweden's down bad right now. They have this da 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 going on. What's it like living in Thailand? Oh, Thailand. Oh, you don't want to move to Thailand. What's it like living in Canada? You don't want to live in Canada. And I was like, okay. I was like, so I just started looking at random stuff. What's it like living in Germany? Oh, you don't want to live in Germany. This is why da da da. You don't want to live in France. You don't want to live in Italy. Pretty much, it got to a point where like you don't want to live in Africa. You don't want to live in any part of Asia. You don't want to live in any part of Europe. You don't want to live in any part of Scandinavia. America was out. Any of the Hispanic countries, they fuck. Like I was like, so if you look up any country, there's a, and I'm not saying that they're lying. I'm not saying that they're lying, but it was so funny. Like I would like look up countries like just like, oh, I'll just choose these five random countries in these five random countries, even fucking Switzerland, like, and it was like, oh, Switzerland's great and they have fresh water and it's this and it's this and there's so much this, da, da, but you don't want to live here because of this, and this. And it's like, so no country is perfect. I have a huge interest in living in Portugal. I looked at Portugal. Portugal's great because of this and this, but this is why as an American you don't want to live here. Then I was like, what if I wasn't an American trying to move here? And it was like, oh, this is why as this you don't want to move here. This is why you don't want to move here in general. And it just got to a point where it's like every fucking country. So at this point, move where the fuck you want to move within reason, within logic. But like move where the fuck you want to move. Like that's honestly what I got. Because then I started looking up like all the states, and I swear to you, every single state, there was like some YouTuber or some TikToker talking about why you shouldn't move to this state and why it's so fucking horrible and treacherous. And I feel like I have to say this, in no way, shape, or form did I ever realistically think or assume that there was a perfect country, city, or state to live in. I never thought there was a perfect country to live in, but every country has a problem. I just wanted to say every country has a problem, because even some of my other friends that want to move out of America, they're like, oh, I'll just use Italy for example. They're like, oh, well, I looked up a video and it said you don't want to live in Italy because of this, and this. You don't want to live in South Korea because of this, and this. You don't want to live in Japan. You don't want to live in France. You don't want to live in Denmark. You don't want to live in these countries in Africa because of this, and this. It gets to a point where it's like you can find a video on YouTube or TikTok, however you do your research or whatever, even like doing Google searches. I was like, it gets to a point where it's like every single country has pros and cons. You need to like figure out what you are willing to sacrifice, and is the gain bigger than the sacrifice? Is this like a small issue for you and it wouldn't even really affect you, but like it affects other people? Like just look at the pros and cons and look at the value of what you consider quality life and living and go off of that. Almost, I'm not gonna look at any more videos. I thought watching the videos would help me, even if I look up like what is the safest country in the world, what is the safest city in America to live in, and then they be on some, oh, well, because it's the safest city, you have this, da da da. At this point, live where you want to live. I am not saying under any circumstances do not do due diligence, do not do research. Like I said, within reason, within logic. Look at the pros and cons, look at all of the statistics, look at everything this country, city, or place, whatever has to gain and offer, whatever. Just live where you want to live.